But currently, even including Ford, GM, Delphi, they set up very high targets for China sourcing.
Yeah.
But most of them didn't. Actually, I mean, not realize their goal.
Didn't realize their goal.
Yes.
Well, I think their goals may have been unrealistic because the first buy the stuff you need in China for China, and then if you have some, then you know what you know, and so if you have some very excellent deals, then you buy that and send it to
Exportation.
yeah, Europe or America or Canada or wherever.
Yes.
And so even the Japanese do that and have forever, but not very much, just a little bit, maybe 10%.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe not, but maybe 10%. But and so it may not be so realistic. I know that General Motors has always tried to get Delphi and others to go buy more stuff. And one time, the guy from General Motors, he didn't like me very well, their head purchasing guy. And so he calls me, the chairman, my boss, and 2 or 3 other people to his
Office.
And so we go in there, his team's sitting on one side of the table, my team's sitting on the other side of the table.
Tough discussion.
And the first thing that the guy said, he said, "I'm so disappointed in Delphi's purchasing." So the chairman said, "Why would you say that?" He said, "You should be far more global than you are." And so the chairman, I didn't know this was going to come, so it's like getting hit from the blind side, see? And so the chairman says, "What do you mean?" So he looked at me and he said, "Dave, do you buy your steel in North Korea?" And I said, "No, I don't buy any steel in North Korea." And he looked back at my chairman and says, "See what I mean?" And then he looked and he says, "Do you buy all of your plastic resins in South Korea?" I said, "No." I said, "We buy some resins in South Korea for our factories in South Korea." He looked back at the chairman and say, "See what I mean? You guys aren't very global." And so I'm thinking how to get out of this jam, see? And so I suggest he establish one guy that he can trust. I'll establish one guy I can trust. We'll let those two go find what we pay.
If you source globally, really
No, what we currently pay for steel. We currently pay for plastic resins. And just as I would know, Jim was bought so much steel that they paid just a little bit better. They had a little less cost. But plastic resins, we were 35 to 40% lower.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. Except it was embarrassing. So he was courageous enough to send an apology.
So he just make a judgment in mind, not do some.
Yeah, he was angry
analysis.
Because I was a very high-profile guy, and they were always papers and newspapers was always saying, "Dave's a good guy. He treats the suppliers good." And then they'd say, "Bo Anderson's bad guy." Then the papers, so
directly.
Yeah. And
that make people embarrassment.
Yeah, it made them embarrassed. And so now, in the past year, he's getting good press in the Detroit papers. So that's kind of positive.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Sort of. I think sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah. For Chinese local suppliers, there are many of local suppliers.
Yes, many.
Yeah. While just considering the OE side, OE fields, about including factory, less than 3,000 local, not including joint venture, not including those foreign owned, just the local suppliers, and some of them already did a very good job with a joint venture of Shanghai Volkswagen, Shanghai GM, or Dongfeng, this kind of, but some still working very hard for surviving. So for those kind of suppliers who are fighting for their future development, any good suggestions for them?
Yeah, it's like any kind of competition. Almost always, those that are the best win. So these guys need to get better, and they don't have to be big to be best, but they have to understand the game, and they have to be able to be better than the competition, or the competition wins. So it's a kind of simple situation. There are many, many small companies that are great because they have know-how, or they have patents, or they have a variety of different things that causes them to be
invisible
great.
winner, some of them.
Huh?
Invisible winner.
Invisible
Winner.
winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they, so the advice is just be better than the next guy.
That's very simple. It's universal rule. While we contact many of those local suppliers, they have their intention to become better, to make achievements every day. But when they really do those kind of things, like they want to get the VDA, the TS, or the QS, a lot of certificates to show they have the ability to do the stable production, the quality, things like that. But they just they just want the certificate.
They just want the certificate.
The paper.
Not caring whether they...
Yeah, when they got it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But that's not being the best. Being the best is someone that changes their processes to where they build great quality and wonderful products at a reasonable cost. And also, in the United States, we have those same kind of suppliers that just want them on the wall. And also in Europe, they're the same. So it's not just China. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
But those suppliers aren't very good. They haven't internalized best practices. They just got a certificate and put up on the wall.
Yes, for the suppliers, if they can do a better job, they become a supplier of the OEMs, of the car makers. Then they got the opportunity, currently, more opportunities to do maybe the parallel development with their clients, to develop the new, including the design and the production of the new products. So they will make them even more stronger.
That's right.
Yeah.
The stronger get stronger and the weaker get weaker somehow.
Okay.
And the strong ones eat the weak ones up.
Yeah, every business is the same.
Every business, it's the same.
Yeah, it's universal.
So, for those people who may be struggling a little bit, they need a plan. They need an action plan, and they need a leadership, and develop one step at a time, and become better and better and better, and then they're the big guy.
And the leadership change their mind, first of all. They totally accept the agreements, this idea, this concept, not just want to do the decoration.
Yeah.
To looks beautiful, but when you enter in, it's total disaster.
Yeah, and